Hey guys, so I'm here in Morton National Park on the New South Wales south coast, about 3 hours south of Sydney. I'm just about to do a 5-day trek into the Budawangs National Park right behind me. So I'm pretty excited for it. It's a pretty spectacular part of the New South Wales coast, and got some really nice gorges with some nice big mountains to hike up and get really nice vantage points. So yeah, I've been wanting to come here for about 10-15 years, ever since my dad first took me here when I was probably about 15. Just sort of fell in love with the place back then. It's just a gorgeous part of the coast, so very excited for it. It should be a pretty grueling 5 days. So pretty up and down terrain. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So better hit the track before it starts to get too much later. So just on this fire trail, it's about 7 kilometers. Pretty barren scrub. Not very exciting. Pretty hot today as well. It's sort of middle of April, and it's probably about 30 degrees, which is pretty hot for this time of year. Should be about sort of mid-20s. But yeah, got to walk this for about 7 kilometers, so probably about an hour and a half worth walking until I start to get down into the valley. And then from there it should see some nice trees, and planning to spend the night around either Hidden Valley or Styles Creek, I'm thinking. It just really depends how far I get. So yeah, just keep on going. So finally got out of that heaty scrub up on the ridge, which is pretty thankful. It was getting pretty body hot in the sun. It's just no escape. There's barely any trees up there. And I didn't bring a hat this time because the Hooroo can get pretty annoying when you're sort of pushing through dense scrub, which I expect to do on this trip. So I didn't sort of want it knocking off all the time. So I've kind of just wrapped a little sort of handkerchief thing around my head just to sort of keep the sun off my forehead, but see how it goes. But yeah, it's nice to sort of get under the trees now. Hoping to be at the campsite probably maybe like another hour or so. It's actually taken a bit longer than expected to walk that fire trail. It's pretty bloody long. But yeah, so let's keep on going and hopefully it's not too much further. It's a pretty impressive termite mound. Gosh, I'd love to see the network of tunnels underneath the earth. It'd be pretty cool. It's pretty amazing what just little ants can do. Alright, sweet. Well, I finally made it to the turn off to Hidden Valley, which is good. And it's starting to get pretty dark. Probably got about half an hour left of light left. I thought I was going to get here a lot quicker, but yeah, it's pretty long hike in. So anyone who sort of plans to come here in future, what you're looking for is this giant tree fern. And then a fallen log with a can on top. And then you'll see on the tree fern, it's got HV and a cross to sort of mark the spot. So that's the turn off you go down into Hidden Valley. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is the campsite that I've read about. It seems to be a bit of a clearing. I heard there was a fire pit, but I can't quite find it. I had a quick look around to see if the campsite was a bit further down, but I couldn't see it, so I think this is it. So yeah, it's starting to get pretty dark, so I think I should get everything set up now. Yeah, before it gets too dark. Yeah, so this is a map of the area that I'll be hiking for the next few days. Like I said, it's called the Budawangs, a couple of hours south of Sydney. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible place. It's probably one of like a pretty big mecca for a lot of hikers and bushwalkers and campers in New South Wales. It's just got some stunning sort of deep gorges and high mountains with rocky escarpments. Yeah, so this map it's a pretty cool map. It's very sort of Lord of the Ringsy. I think the first edition was back in the 1960s maybe. I think they've stopped making it now, but I managed to get this managed to order it off the Australian National Library Museum or something like that. So you can still get them there, which is good. It's not as accurate these days as it was back then, because some of the tracks might not exist, or you might not be able to camp in some of the caves. They might be closed off now, but yeah, but I've got other maps, like another topographical map, but this is a cool one to sort of show you guys where I'm going. Looks much cooler than just a topographical map. Yeah, so where I started today was all the way up here, and then I sort of hiked down through here. I'll try and see if I can get a good shot of it. Yeah, so hiked all the way down through here, and then let's see if I can focus close up. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. But yeah, so basically I hiked down through here, and then in between these two mountains here, and where I am right now is right here, and so there's a hidden valley is just tucked in here in between this mountain, and there's a little mountain next to it, and it's just in between it. So that's where I'm staying tonight, and then tomorrow I plan on sort of going down a bit further and crossing over to this mountain. Actually, I'll probably go explore Hidden Valley as well at first in the morning, but then I'll come down and then go over to Mount Horden, and then to Mount Tarn. Probably try and camp in some caves over there, just sleep in some caves, which would be cool. And then I'll be sort of hiking down through, where are we? So yeah, down through here into Monolith Valley, which is yeah, easily one of the best parts of the whole area. It's some stunning landscapes. And then I'll be spending the night on the castle, which is probably one of the higher peaks in the valley, and yeah, you get a really nice sunset coming up there, so that'll be interesting. Sleeping up on top of the castle because it's pretty exposed, and I didn't bring a tent, so I've kind of just got a hammock, and I've got a tarp, and I've got a blow up inflatable mat, so I'm going to try and see if I can manage to find a way to stay up there. But yeah, and then after that I'll be hiking back down to Long Gully campground, where my girlfriend is kind enough to come and pick me up, and then she'll drive me all the way back up to get my car at the top. So yeah, she's a pretty good girlfriend, that one. But yeah, so looking forward to it. Should be a really interesting few days. Yeah, interesting to see how hard it will be. But yeah, I think it'll be good. So yeah, the Budawangs. If you're ever sort of in New South Wales, I'd highly recommend getting down here. Some beautiful. It's actually another thing to mention, that this is all declared wilderness. At least this area up here is, and so there's very minimal human impact. So there's basically all the trails don't really have any signs on them. They've just got sort of, maybe people have left a few stacked rocks like cans to sort of mark the way, but that's about it. So you really need to sort of know your navigation. You can't just come in here and just think you're going to wing it, because you'll probably get pretty lost pretty easily. But yeah, so they used to log it back in sort of the late 1800s, early 1900s. They sort of logged, I think, a lot of the sort of where I am actually now, sort of up this area up here. I'm pretty sure there's still some remnants of the old, some of the machinery and stuff. I'm not quite sure where it is, but yeah. But I'm glad they're gone now, because the trees are sort of growing back and they're absolutely stunning. So yeah, anyway. So I've actually decided I'm probably not going to have a fire tonight, just because I'm pretty wrecked. So I'm probably pretty keen to go to bed pretty soon. And since I've got my little gas stove, I think I might not bother, because otherwise I just have to worry about putting it out I also am not quite sure if you're allowed to have fires around this area. I know Hidden Valley you're not, but we're on the entrance to Hidden Valley, so I'm not quite sure if it applies to here or not. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty tired. Probably going to go to bed after I eat dinner, so I thought may as well just cook it with this, and not have to worry about it. Which is pretty strange to me because I love having fires. I can't say we'll ever go camping and never have a fire. Yeah, so I think tonight I'm just gonna cook up, cook up some rice, chuck some broccoli with it, and yeah, I think that should be my dinner for tonight. Pretty hungry. Kind of skipped lunch today because I was kind of hiking and I kind of just wanted to get to the spot, so I was just go. So I'm pretty starving right now. So let's get this going. This gas cooker is great. It boils water so quickly. I don't use it too much because I usually like to sort of try and do camping kind of the traditional bushcraft style way, but it's definitely much easier when you're hiking and you just want to get some grub into you. You don't want to have to start up a fire. Handle's a little bit hot. Let's try and use some leaves to chuck on some broccoli. Got no oil, so yeah, thought that's just another extra thing to bring, so figured it'd be fine without it. Alright, sweet. So well done. Just got the rice there. Chuck the broccoli in. Nice and crispy. Yeah, sweet. So that's dinner for me tonight. Yeah, like I said, if I eat this and then hit the hammock, have an early night, try and rest up. I think I've got a big day ahead of me tomorrow as well. So yeah, anyway guys, I'll see you in the morning. So you've got two black cockatoos up there. You can see him trying to sort of peck into the wood to get out any grubs with his powerful beak. Yeah, they've got such a nice call. Yeah, compared to the white cockatoos, which have a pretty loud screech, these guys have a bit more of a harmonious tune. That's what you could hear before when I was packing up my my hammock. There's a little trickling waterfall off this ridge, so I think it's time to fill up the water bottles. Here's a pretty sweet little camping cave. A bit of an overhang. Got a little seat set up and a little fire pit. Room to hang a hammock or a tent. Kind of wish I stayed here last night, to be honest. I sort of stayed just probably a 10-minute walk further down the track. Kind of wish I knew about this spot because it's a pretty nice area. We've also got that little waterfall right next to it, so I have to keep that in mind for next time. I think this might be the entrance to Hidden Valley because I've got a sort of rocky outcrop on the left of me and a rocky outcrop on the right of me, and straight ahead looks like it's pretty clear, so I think that's why it's hidden, because it's tucked behind this these two rocky outcrops in the little valley. So let's give it a go. So I think this is the start the entry to the Hidden Valley. Looks like there's another little campsite up here. But like I said, I don't know if you're allowed to camp here, just because it's getting pretty close to the actual Hidden Valley. So it's a bit of a sensitive area with the vegetation. So yeah, I think it's a no-go, but looks like people have. It's a pretty nice spot. So finally starting to see some of the cliffs that the Budawangs is famous for. This is only just the start. Oh wow, check this place out. This place is pretty cool. It'd be nice to try and get a better vantage point. So I'm kind of stuck in this the scrub down here. So wow, very prehistoric looking. So we've got some paperbark here, so I might take some of that for later on when I want to start my fire. Man, look at that. That's pretty incredible. I think that's called Hooroo's Castle Hill, and Styles Plain is below it. It's pretty impressive. Look at the size of the cavern. Wow. Have a look at that. So that's Mount Quilty. It's pretty cool. This is Styles Creek Campground. Pretty nice view. Would have liked to have stayed here last night, but yeah, it didn't quite get this far. There's a creek right behind me, so I might go fill up my water. Now it's pretty fast flowing, so I'm not too worried about filtering it this time. It comes out of a swamp. This whole area around here is a swamp. Yeah, it looks pretty clear as well, so I think that should be fine. here's another camping cave at Mount Horden. I think I'll keep pressing on and see what else I can find further around. So this is a pretty cool camping cave. It's on the side of Mount Horden. Let's go check it out. This is pretty cool. We'll see it in a fire pit. Plenty of room to roll out a mat. Even put a tent down there if you wanted to. Yeah. I'd like to stay here, but I can't quite find any running water around here. I thought the little waterfalls that come off the ridge up top might be flowing, but they seem to have dried up, so I might push on to Mount Tarn and hopefully get a bit of luck there. So I'll just keep going. This is a very cool camping cave. Kind of wish I could stay here. So I managed to find a little trickle of water out of the rock face to try and fill up my bottle. It's pretty dirty stuff, so I've run it through the, I'll show you it's a bit dark. But yeah, so just coming out of the rock face there. But yeah, so I've run it through the millbank bag to try and get out some of the sediment, because I didn't want to put it through the soil filter. I think it'll clog up the membrane inside it. So I run it through the soil filter, but it's still, I can't really tell, but it's still pretty brown. Yeah, so I think that's probably going to be the last resort water. I've got one more bottle with me that's got a litre in it. That's pretty clean. That I got from another creek way back. So that's good. I'll definitely drink that. This water I'll hold on to, and if I can't find another stream with cleaner water, then I might run it through another filter in the millbank bag again, or maybe through the soil filter now that the larger particles are out of it, and hopefully it should be good to go. Alright, sweet. Well, I think I've found some better water. It's still not perfect, but it's a lot better than what I saw back there. That was pretty dirty stuff. So if I just put this through the filter, it should be good. I'll give you a gaze so you can. Yeah, so it doesn't really come up on the camera, but it is clearer than the other spot, so I should be able to get something out of here. That is much better. Clear as day. A little bit dark, but just found this little running waterfall off the cliff, which is pretty good. So anyone who's coming in the future, it seems like it's pretty decent size. So it's at the southern end of Mount Horden, and there's lots of little pools. I was drank out of one of them. Seems pretty fresh. So yeah, anyone who's going to come in the future, yeah, just know that you can probably get water from this southern one. Probably a bit hard to tell, but this is sort of the southern tip of Mount Horden, and this is the saddle that connects it to Mount Tarn, which is just over there, just behind this trees. I think it's a couple hundred meters. Alright, sweet. Well, I think this could be me for the night. I didn't actually make it to Mount Tarn. I'm still on Mount Horden, right at the southern end, just as you get to the track that goes over to Mount Tarn. But it's starting to it's about 4:30. Can't really be bothered to hike another kilometre or so. Sunset's in about an hour. So yeah, little fire pit. It's over here. Cool rock overhang. And whether I decide to sleep on the mat on the rocks, or I just set up the hammock in between these trees over here. But yeah. So I think that's me. Because I'm sort of on the southern side of the mountain, there's not a lot of light on this side, and because this camera's pretty bad at picking up in the dark, I might not be able to film too much, which kind of sucks. But anyway, this means I get to enjoy it by myself, which is good as well. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see how much I can film further, but yeah, it's only going to get darker, so I might not be able to last too long. Alright, anyway guys, I'll get set up. Yeah, so I've set the hammock up between these two trees. And that's my view. Not a bad little spot this. I actually really like it here. Could definitely get used to this. This is pretty cool. Just a tucked away little gully right around from the camp that I'm staying in. Far out. This is another awesome cave. I think I kind of wish I found this one first. It's not that far around from the other spot, but I don't know, I've only got about half an hour left of light. Is it really worth backing up, coming here, and it's just going to be dark soon? Man, the view here is real nice. Oh, this is such a cool spot. Yeah, so anyone who's going to go hike Mount Horden, know that there's plenty of caves around. Alright, change of plans. I think I'm going to go back and camp in that the better spot. Just got more of a flat ground, nicer place to sit around the fire, so yeah, I'm just going to do it. It'd be nice to wake up in the morning and have that view, so let's go set up. Man, this is a cracker of a spot. Might even just haven't quite decided yet. Might just either put the hammock up between those trees, or lay this inflatable mat on the ground. Someone's already cleared a little flat space. Yeah, sorry, a little bit puffed out. Yeah, this is a nice spot. Yeah, so I've decided to sleep on the ground tonight. I've never actually slept on the ground, especially underneath the cave, so I thought tonight would be a good night. Yeah, so just put the tarp down for a ground sheet and just put my Nemo inflatable mat on top of it. So yeah, should be good. Hopefully there's no creepy crawlies running around. That's usually what I'm a bit sketched out about, but seems pretty good around here. Doesn't seem too spidery. But yeah, it'd be nice to wake up to this in the morning. Yeah, I'm much happier with this spot. The other spot was pretty cool, but this is just that much better. And there's so many caves around here you could camp in. I was kind of a bit sketchy when I was sort of planning the trip. I wasn't quite sure how many caves you could sleep in and what happens if people are sleeping in them already, where you're going to camp, but it's just everywhere, which is pretty good. Today was a pretty good day. Pretty long hike, pretty big day. I saw some incredible terrain. Like the landscape out here is just stunning. I can't believe how yeah, very prehistoric, very I don't know, yeah, Jurassic kind of looking. Always feels like you've gone back in time, because you can't see a single man-made thing for as far as the eye can see. And it's good that the the national parks don't put up many sort of signs or anything. It might make it harder, but that's kind of the appeal of the place, is that you've got to do it on your own, which is good. But yeah, so I'm going to try and get to Mount Cole tomorrow, spend the day around there, stay there tomorrow night, and the day after head to the Monolith Valley, which I'm really excited for. And yeah, so got a pretty exciting few days coming up. It'll be interesting to see how my body copes after 5 days of pretty tough hiking, but yeah, so far so good, but we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm probably just going to call it quits for filming tonight. Done a lot of filming today, so pretty keen just to sit back and enjoy this fire and yeah, have some tawny, put some food on, and yeah, just enjoy it. So I'll see you guys in the morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, had a pretty nice sleep last night. Like I said, first time still sleeping in a cave on the ground, which is pretty interesting, but it was actually really nice. No creepy crawlies, which was good. It's pretty windy last night, so made it a little bit chilly, but not too bad. But I managed to wake up to a pretty nice morning. So give you a quick look around the camp. So we've got the that's where I was sleeping. Nice little fire pit. And the view. So you can see it's a pretty big overhang. Yeah, it's an awesome little spot. So I think I'll cook up some brekkie and then hit the trail again pretty soon. So yeah, let's get it going. So this is the top Mount Tarn. As you can tell, it's lots of low-lying scrub. And those mountains in the distance are different mountains. Right there is an eastern brown snake. Easily one of the most poisonous snakes in the world. I almost stepped on it. Oh. Beautiful thing, but it gives me shivers. If I got bitten by one of those, I'd be in some serious trouble. Alright, well, somehow I've lost the track. Again, this is the second time I've lost the track. It's pretty dense forest as well, so I'll give you a look around so you can see what it's like. Yeah, so I know I've got my map, I've got my compass, I'll just try and navigate there, so fingers crossed. Some beautiful rainforest down here, really nice. Just hope I can find my way back out of it. Came across a wombat. That's him just sort of looking into his hole. It kind of scared me. Big guy. That was cool. Oh man, I got so lost in that track. But I managed to find it again. So I'm just leaving Mount Tarn and now heading over to Mount Cole. I'll show you if you can see that clearly or not. Yeah, so that's Mount Cole just over there. So, yeah, let's get going. Oh man, finally made it to Mount Cole. Bit of a struggle getting up that hill, but yeah, so finally made it here. Here's another camping cave. Yeah, little fire pit, pretty big overhang. Plenty of room to pitch a tent or lay down a mat, or yeah. I think I've deserved lunch now. I think the tuna wrap sounds pretty good, so let's get that out. Oh man, my legs are so scratched up. As you can tell, I don't own any gaiters. No, gotta go through some pain to get the reward. Or I could just buy some gaiters. Anyway, so just having a look at the map again. You can see that I came from, where is it there? So I came from Mount Horden, that's where I camped last night. Hiked over Mount Tarn, through here, and I'm right here right now just having some lunch on Mount Cole. What I'm thinking, so I'm just trying to get that focus. Yes, what I'm thinking, originally I was going to camp here tonight, but it's about 2:30, so I figured I may as well try and push on a bit further. Maybe see if I can camp. You can't camp in Monolith Valley, which is just in there. So maybe, I think there's some camping caves just outside of it. So I think it's called, actually what's the name of it? It's Mount Nibelung, I think that's what I'm saying, or Nibelung's Pass. I think there might be some, which I think is about around here. I think there might be some camping caves there. Because tomorrow night I want to camp on the castle, but I also want to check out Shrouded God's Mountain. You're meant to get a really nice view that looks down through here. So yeah, it'd be pretty nice to camp on Shrouded God's Mountain. It has a cool ring to it. But I guess it really depends how far I can get, and yeah, I think I'll just try and wing it and see where I end up. Now I'm having a bit of trouble trying to find some fresh running water around here, so I'm kind of resorted to trying to get some stuff out of this little pool. It's not the best colour, and there are little bits of things floating on the top, but I figured if it's pretty clear, it's just a bit yellowy, so it's obviously the tannins from the leaves that have come out and stay in the water. But I figure if I just put it through a millbank bag, just to filter out the sediment, and then put a Catadin purification tablet into it, and then you wait half an hour, and then after that it kills any viruses or bacteria that should be in the water. So that should be right. It's kind of what you resorted to when you're out in the wilderness and you don't know what you're gonna, like, when the water, like the next water source is going to be. So I'll get this going. So you just want to let that drip for a little bit, just so the water on the outside runs off. And then I'll just it's always handy to have a few means of getting some purifying water when you're out in the wild. Like I carry my soy filter, I've got my millbank bag, and I've got my Catadin water purification tablets. So between those I can usually get fresh water no matter, as long as I can find it, I can make it drinkable. So these are just the Catadin water purification tablets. You just put one small tablet in per 1 litre, wait 30 minutes, and then it's good to drink. So I was hoping to sort of trek a little bit further and find somewhere to camp, but as this sign says, which is the first sign I've actually seen on this whole trek, this is Monolith Valley, which is a pretty special area, and it says that you're not allowed to camp for the next 3 kilometres. So Yeah, I don't know if I really want to sort of hike another 3 kilometers. Sort of again, towards the end of the day, I'm already pretty tired. So I might just go back and yeah, set up camp on Mount Cole somewhere. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow. So I think I'll stay around here tonight. There's actually 2 spots I can choose from. So this spot here, some nice red earth, 2 little fire pits. That could be a spot, or the other one is over here. Also got like a little, yeah, little drip. So probably place a cup there, try and fill up some water as well. Another little drip up there. You could maybe try and fill up some water there. And here's the other spots. So they've obviously cleared out a little area, which is good. Another nice little fire pit. Yeah, pretty nice spot. The only thing a bit sketchy about this spot is there's all these little holes, heaps of them that sort of go in. They've kind of like got all sort of spider webs around them. So yeah, it's the only thing that sort of make me a bit unsure. So like ideally I'd like to sleep here right next to the fire, but yeah, decisions. I was just looking at the rock in just this section here. So sort of just underneath the cavern. It's really interesting stuff, eh? Like, see if I can zoom in on it. It's kind of like little, almost like crystals. Yeah. And if I sort of like, it's real powdery. If I break it up. Does anyone know what it is? Is it a rock, or is it like more of a... Not quite sure. Yeah, if you know, let us know. Curious to find out. Alright, well, I think I've decided. I think I'm going to go with spider's nest one. And let's just hope there's no spiders in them. It's kind of like poking around. Doesn't seem like there is. I think it's just I actually think it's like the calcium coming when the rain comes through the rock. It's dripping calcium and creating like a mound, and just creating little caverns and stuff inside of them. So not necessarily spiders, but we'll find out. So I've just decided to use this bag that I brought with me to leave underneath this ridge that's dropping all these water droplets. And it seems to be doing a half decent job. Sort of collected it's only been out for about 5-10 minutes and seemed to have collected a few little puddles in there already, which is yeah, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I tend to bring this bag on, like just a big plastic bag with me on sort of hikes where I'm not quite sure how the water's going to be, just because if you're sort of getting stuck in a bit of trouble, you could always get the bag and wrap it around the end, like the branch of a tree, or shove lots of foliage into the bag, and then you leave it out for a couple of hours or over the course of a day, and the sun will sort of evaporate the moisture out of the leaves, and it'll condensate in the bag and fall to the bottom of the bag, and then you'll sort of end up with a collection of water at the bottom. So if you've got a few bags, then even better. But yeah, this is another good use for it. Put it under under some droplets, and it seems to be doing a pretty good job at collecting it. So yeah, glad I got some use out of it this trip. Well, good morning. Last night was a bit of an eventful night. The wind picked up sort of pretty severe during the night. It's still hanging around now, so I think it's going to be a pretty windy day. But yeah, being on the dirt, it just blew handfuls of dirt straight in my face during the night. So it's pretty pretty eventful. But yeah, it seems like it's a pretty nice sunny day, apart from the wind. I've also got my plastic bag down there again, collecting some water. I did a good job last night, probably collected about 1 litre in about half an hour. So I thought I'd collect some more just before I head off. But yeah, so I might get the fire started in a second just to warm up a little bit before I head off on the trail. Plan to head into Monolith Valley, then into the Shrouded Gods Mountain, and then make my way up to the castle. Hoping to stay there tonight on top of the castle, but it's pretty exposed, so if the wind's too strong, I don't know if I'll do it. I think I'll get in a bit of trouble if it's a bit too strong, because I don't really have a tent. I've just got my tarp and my sleeping mat or a hammock, but there's no trees up there to hang a hammock, so yeah, I'll have to see. I'll hike up there and I'll see how it is and what I feel, but yeah, we'll play it by ear. So yeah, I might get some brekkie into me and I'll hit the trail. Yeah, it's a fair bit of water, a little bit discoloured, but it tastes alright. So. This place just keeps blowing my mind, eh? This place is incredible. passage is crazy. So beautiful. I never would have thought this would be the track down. It's pretty incredible. Oh man, what a day. It started out well. I was sort of making good time, made it to that point, that lookout, which is really nice. Then sort of went down into that gully, which is really pretty. And then I just realized I was so off track somehow. I've no idea how, because I didn't veer from the track at all. I was just going, you can tell that there's an established path, and I was just following that established path. And this area that I'm in now, it's pretty popular, so I figured that the established path should be the most popular path and get me to where I wanted to go. Like, I wanted to go towards the castle. But once I got to the bottom of the gully, I realized that I was way off track. I was actually at the bottom of Mount, is it Mount Owen? Yeah, Mount Owen. And that's, yeah, not where I want to be. So that was about 11 o'clock, and then I basically spent the rest of the day trying to backtrack, trying to find different routes. Because yeah, there's meant to be a pass that you can sort of, what's the pass called? Yeah, Nibelung's Pass. No, Nibelung's Pass. I just couldn't find it for the life of me. I tried so hard to find it. I went all around every rock, every tree, down every gully. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I just cannot find it. It's driving me insane. I'm starting to get pretty panicked after a while too, because if I can't find it, I don't know what to do. My girlfriend Laura, she's going to be picking me up tomorrow at about just after lunchtime, about 12:30, 1 o'clock, from at the bottom of the castle at Long Gully campground. But if I can't get back there, if I can't find the route, it might take hours. I don't know. I don't want her to worry. Figured I thought I could do this by myself. And I was following the map and everything. Like, I really don't know where this path is. I've searched everywhere. I must be missing something, but I cannot figure it out. I've gone over the maps again and again, and I just cannot figure it out. Yeah, it's pretty deflating. After an epic couple of days, I thought this part would be the easy part, because this is the most popular area in the Budawangs. But yeah, plus the wind tonight is insane. It's so windy. Yeah, so I've had to manage to basically hike all the way back to the camp I was at last night. Sort of, where is it, on the, yeah, sort of the northern tip of Mount Cole. Just camping in the same spot from last night, because it's the only spot I know that I feel safe in. I know that, like, I know there's water here. I know I've got a kind of my bearings around here. So, and then tomorrow I'm just going to get up early, try and navigate a route, and if it gets to a point where, yeah, I'm not having any luck, I might just have to use the PLB, and yeah, which I really hope I don't have to. But yeah, I'll show you guys on the map sort of where I was sort of, yeah, like what I kind of got stuck in today. Yeah, so where I started today, this is where I'm camping last night and tonight. I sort of try to go around to past the Seven Gods Pinnacles, and then come into, I thought I was on this Mount Murian peak. That's where I sort of got the nice vista looking over the valley below, and the Shrouded Gods Mountain right across from me. But I tried, so the path that I've ended up following that sort of got me off track was this one that went down here, and I must have came out somewhere down here, because it said, I saw a sign saying Mount Owen Summit. So yeah, I must have, I don't know how, because it was the only track. I cannot find another track. It was the only track, and it just went all the way down here. So the track I'm trying to find is the one that goes through this Nibelung Pass and then comes around the back here. So I was hoping to camp over here tonight and do the castle and then come back tomorrow down Long Gully, which is down here. But yeah, I've sort of like been looking at sort of both my maps, and yeah, just cannot figure it out, but we'll try again tomorrow and see how we go. What a morning. So I'm not lost after all. Well, I was lost. Turned out that I was just way further up the track than I thought I was. Yeah, I was nowhere near as far down the track as I thought, and that just got me all confused. I'll pull out a map in a second and show you guys, but I ended up going back to the point yesterday where I was going down that nice gully, which is Monolith Valley, turns out to be. And where I sort of turned back yesterday, I should have just kept going, but I didn't. I think losing my compass, I forgot to say I lost my compass yesterday, so I think that kind of threw me out. So I was actually going by sort of using the old method of using your sort of like your clock on your watch or your phone to sort of tell the time with the sun. So that's how I was finding north. I think that got me a little bit confused, but anyway, this morning I decided to go back that track and just keep going, and end up finally coming to this sign, which is the first sign I've seen this whole trip. So the Castle Saddle, which is what I wanted to be. Actually, I wanted to say Kuyoyo Creek last night, which is just down there. And the Castle Saddle is this, and it goes up to the castle, which you can't see because it's behind the trees, but it's a huge mountain. So unfortunately I didn't get to do that, which sucks because that was probably going to be the highlight of the trip for me. I really wanted to go and see it, but in saying that, it is blowing a gale. It is so windy. So it's probably best I didn't do it. I'll just have to come back another time. Maybe next time I'll just do the castle and go back rather than doing the whole 5-day thing. But yeah, thank God. I was getting pretty worried there for a while. Alright, time to head back down to Long Gully Campground. Hopefully Laura can come pick me up soon. Yeah, so having a look at this satellite map of the area, I'll show you sort of where I got a bit lost. So this is where I camped the last 2 nights on the northern tip of Mount Cole. That's the castle just down there, and then here's where Long Gully Campground, where I'm getting picked up by Laura, my girlfriend. So what happened yesterday is, as I hiked around here, I thought I ended up around here somewhere where I got that really nice vista overlooking, which is like to the east. But instead, I was actually at this point up here overlooking this vista. And I know it's more northeast, but to me it looked kind of east. And because I lost my compass, I was going by the sun. It threw me off a little bit. So, and when I hiked down that Monolith Valley, that gully, there was a really nice gully, that I came out, when I sort of came out at the ends, I thought I'd come down too far. And I thought that I saw there was a little track going off to the left, but I thought it meant I had to go around this way, and I didn't want to do that because I couldn't see any track on the map, and I didn't want to get any more lost. So what I did is I just backtracked to where I started. Yeah, but in hindsight, what I should have done is, what I did today is you go down this Monolith Valley and then through this pass and then over to the saddle of the castle. I can show you, yeah, so that's the same. You can see Mount Cole. Let me see if it's a bit focused. Yeah, so you can see, yeah, Mount Cole, Mount Owen, yeah, Shrouded Gods, yeah, the castle. So yeah, I should have. Let's try to zoom in a bit better. Sorry guys, just trying to focus this. Yeah, there. Yeah. So this is where I got stuck. So I actually got stuck up here looking at this mountain, whereas I should have came down through this pass and then down to the castle. So yeah, my bad judgment. I just miscalculated the distance. I thought I'd walked around here, but in fact I only walked to there, and I was looking at the wrong valley. So, which really threw me off. But I know, lesson learnt. So for anyone else who's
who's going to do this trek, yeah, keep that in mind. Just follow, yeah, just stick to the main trail because that's it takes you the whole way. So that's actually the castle right there. You get this awesome view, be able to see through the trees. Yeah, so just made it down the bottom of the castle, just walking the trail along the ridgeline back to the Long Gully campground. Hopefully Laura will be waiting for me about lunchtime, hopefully with a Gatorade and a pie, so I'm absolutely dying for one. Yeah, just to recap, it's a pretty big 5 days, but yeah, the Budawangs is absolutely stunning. It's just, yeah, just gorgeous, like just the raw beauty of the place just feels very ancient. You have to kind of like wonder, like you have to kind of think the Aboriginals that sort of occupied the area, they must have had like a pretty strong connection for the place, because I've only been there once, and I know it's a place I'll keep coming back to. It's just, yeah, spectacular. But yeah, pretty big 5 days. Didn't quite go how I was expecting. Getting lost and all. Would have liked to have stayed in the castle or gone up to the castle, but that didn't quite work out, unfortunately. But apart from that, man, I saw some pretty epic things. Although the bush definitely took its toll on me. I've got scratches on my forehead. I've got scratches all over my legs. Pretty exhausted. But yeah, so it's a good 5 days though. Definitely a learning experience. Even though I got pretty sort of worried yesterday when I couldn't really find my way, that was half the reason I wanted to do this trip solo, just to prove to myself that I could do it solo. So obviously when you're with another friend, you can always rely on them, but I really wanted to prove to myself I could do it, so I'm glad I did. But yeah, apart from that, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Hooroo.